Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. And today I'm excited to talk about a popular community here in Brentwood called Shadow Lakes. Now, I personally lived in Shadow Lakes with my family for several years and we absolutely loved it. And we're going to cover those three top subjects that folks love the most about moving to Shadow Lakes here in Brentwood. Number one is the proximity to the schools. So Shadow Lakes is located on the hills of Brentwood going towards Mount Diablo. And over there, we have three primary schools on this side of Brentwood. So you have Heritage High School, you have Adams Middle School, and you have Cray Elementary, all located on the same side, the Deer Ridge side, which is split by Balfour Road. Now, a lot of families and guardians love living in Shadow Lakes because it's so easy to get their kids to school. Now, yes, granted, in the morning, you're going to have tons of traffic. That is just the fact of life. Everyone's dropping their kids off and picking their kids up in the afternoon. You're going to get that wherever you go. However, it is convenient for the kids that do ride their bikes or e-bikes or e-scooters, whatever it may be. It's just a line drive to whatever school they may attend. And it's just easier for the parents for drop off or pickup, collaborating with other parents, whatever it may be. So that is the primary number one reason why folks like living in Shadow Lakes, because of the proximity to the schools. So the second reason why that a lot of folks like living in Shadow Lakes is because of the views and the recreation that it has to offer. So now living on top of the hill ourselves, there's like a really steep hill that you would see a lot of folks when they're starting to run, they would sprint up those hills trying to burn extra calories, or they're just going for their walk. A lot of times at, early dusk time around that, maybe early evening, you'll see a lot of folks running and walking with their families, getting that exercise because you are in the hills of Shadow Lakes. Nothing steep like Los Gatos, so it's easy to drive around. If you're familiar with Los Gatos Hills, you know sometimes those areas can be kind of dicey, especially in the wintertime. That's not the case here in Shadow Lakes. It's also close to Round Valley. So Round Valley is about 15 minutes away off Marsh Creek Road. And there you can go hiking through the little trails that they have. You can ride your bike, your mountain bike through the fire trails as well. They do have cattle roaming through there as well. So a lot of times as you're walking, you'll see a herd of cattle kind of going through. So it's kind of cool and it's really peaceful and quiet. So sometimes you'll see on my Instagram feed of me when I'm out there with my family taking pictures, if we're mountain biking or just kind of going for a run or a walk. You'll see some of those photos out there because they're just absolutely breathtaking. That's the second reason why folks love living in Shadow Lakes. Number three is the price of the homes and the value that you get. So on average, 2,000 up to around 4,000 square feet is what you're going to see for the home size up there in Shadow Lakes. And your price is around 800,000 to over $1 million. Now, these home styles are KB homes. There's a few builders mixed in as well, but the style is very Spanish, some Mediterranean, and they are located around the golf course itself. So that 18-hole golf course with the driving range is surrounded by the bulk of Shadow Lake homes. Not every home is on the golf course or around the golf course. Some parts of Shadow Lakes are kind of located closer to Highway 4, but everything else is more kind of towards the hillside around the golf course, and that's why a lot of folks love it. Now, with that value, you get 5-bedroom, 4 bedrooms, and it's really great for the a growing family that wants some space. It's great for entertainment. There's so many amenities that these homes have, and they're absolutely breathtaking. So if you see them, you'll see what I'm talking about. There's a few one-story homes in Shadow Lakes, but not very many. And that's kind of the theme throughout Brentwood as well. You'll see in most newer communities, predominantly more 2-story homes than 1-story homes. If you're from the South Bay, Los Gatos, Campbell, and those areas, predominantly all 1-stories. That's how it was built in the day. Of course, as communities build, they want less land, more homes. So they're going to build 2-story homes. You're going to see predominantly 2-story homes in Shadow Lakes, and of course the same for Deer Ridge and other areas of Brentwood. So if it is a 1-story that you're looking for, it's going to be a little more difficult to find, but those options do exist within Shadow Lakes. Now, the bonus tip on why folks also love living in Shadow Lakes is not just because of the recreation and the schools and everything else and the prices of the homes and that, you get a good bang for your buck on your property, but also it has like this little small knit community feel because at the very bottom of Country Club, which is the Country Club's the main road that cuts through Shadow Lakes. At the very bottom is a little shopping center. You have Willie's Bagels, which is awesome. They have bagels, coffee, which a lot of folks like doing before school, before work, on the weekends. That's where they go. It's located right next to a baseball diamond, basketball, and a little mini park as well. So a lot of folks like going there that walk, you'll see them walking, eating their bagels and their coffee. There's a Masako Japanese restaurant, Mountain Mike's, a little olive oil store. There's a lot of stuff right there kind of nestled in that little shopping center. So it's kind of cool because it gives you this feel of like this small community that you're really like not in Brentwood, but you are. But you also have all these other amenities around you. You have the park within 15 minutes. If you want to go hiking in the mountains and the hills, I should say, it's right over there. You want to hit a few grocery stores, that's 10 minutes away. On and on and on and on. All that is within a 10, 15 minute drive in Brentwood. And of course, in May, what do we have? Cherries. The cherry farms out here are absolutely to die for. And that is, again, 10 or 15 minutes a drive, hop and a skip. You can bypass all the Vasco traffic because you live in Brentwood. So those are some of the bonus rounds as people love living here in Shadow Lakes. I know we loved it. We surely enjoyed it. I think you will too.